Hey everybody, welcome back to another Stone-Faced Reactions. I'm Griffin, that's Shy, that's Theta, and we are here to watch the finale of Tomodachi Game, Season 1, where a lot of stuff has been happening. They're moving into basically
Has
what
it
I imagined
though?
as it that well, I gotta excite the audience about it so they can be disappointed with us.
Okay, I'm there.
I see Theta, you're already getting very cozy there.
Yeah,
Very comfy.
getting ready for the best
Yeah.
way to enjoy the next 24 minutes.
He's mentally preparing for the next episode of a better show. Don't worry.
Exactly. But when it comes down to it, so the thing I remember at the least is that main character has been threatened, one of his friends has been taken, and he's going to probably get stabbed to death. We have no
Yeah,
idea what he has planned.
I
Well, as I
believe.
understand it, he has a particular set of skills. Skills that make him a nightmare for people like that.
I get this
You never
reference.
should have
I've
killed his
seen
dog.
Taken.
Wait, what are we doing?
What are we doing?
Um,
Watching a show, I think.
yeah, I think at least Griffin and I, because I don't think Theta cared enough, but I think you and I, Griffin, are at least under the assumption that this is probably like another game and not just kind of some bull happening.
I feel like it's some kind of bull happening in retaliation, specifically.
Okay.
But the thing that has me excited is that they have one episode to set everything up and then also resolve everything in the same blow. And that at least should be fast paced and slightly interesting.
I like that you pitched that I don't care enough. Despite last episode, me explaining to you the entire thesis of the movie The Game in
Well, sure,
reaction
but that told
to
me you care about the game and not this.
you thinking that this was part of the game and me explaining to you the idea of the game as a subversive method of putting you into a game without you
Yeah.
knowing that you're in one.
Okay, so
The real
in
game
my
was the friends we made
defense,
along the way.
you're usually actively against what I say, so it's not usually my instinct to assume you agreed with me.
I think most of the time I'm just riding a wave.
Usually the opposite one.
That's just Theta, baby.
Yeah,
Maverick.
yeah. Look, someone's got to be the opposing
Look at those
force. We
sunglasses.
can't
He's so
all agree
cool.
with everything.
Yeah. I mean,
That's cooler
someone's
than
got to
me. I have
be
regular glasses like a dork.
1 out of 10 doctors, right?
Alright, Theta. So
Exactly.
we've
He hates
established you gotta
press.
be the opposite wave, that you gotta be contrary just because that's you. You're the Maverick. So now that we've set up that we're going to be slightly disappointed in this, I need you to have the most energy possible.
Devil's advocate, I think, is what you're looking for. Also,
That's
no,
not a big brain.
y'all have been posturing as the most excited about this. I've literally fallen asleep for one episode. I've given my point of view.
We're barely registering on the excitement scale here. But we're gonna do it anyway, everybody.
What's the name of the channel?
It's Stone-Faced Reactions. Gonna just put on my...
Incorrect. The name of the channel was Raktus. The name of the show is Stone-Faced Reactions. That was a test, and you failed.
Oh, dang it. Well, I'll get you next
You've
time.
been doing this way longer than I have. I would have given the same answer though.
Yeah. Alrighty then.
He did get you though. He did say what's the name of the channel.
I know, I'm
He
just not
gotcha.
prepared for trick questions before 3 a.m. 3
Can't
p.m.,
even
you know?
can't even be mad at that one though.
Alrighty. Well, I guess with all that fanfare, let's go ahead and watch.
Please, let's get it over with.
Oh, they're just going straight to him dying, huh?
Wait, didn't we see the little mascot guy standing with these guys in the opening credits before?
Yeah, I guess he's gonna show up. Oh, there he is.
Oh no, we saw this. We did see this.
Oh, what? Who?
Special edition of the game. Damn, Griffin, I need to start betting money against you. I'd be on it.
You know, they actually said that last episode that it was a special edition of the game.
Yeah.
Oh, did they say that?
Yeah.
Was that in like the post credits or something?
No, when they called him on the phone, they said it was
Oh.
a special game.
Shit, I must be
I thought that-
subconsciously remembering things then.
I thought that guy was gonna be the chief or detective or whoever it was last time. The one who he specifically insulted.
The real question is, what relation does he have to the 3 girls in the control room? Look, you guys gotta
He's their
start.
boss.
You guys gotta start pulling up here when the guy who's falling asleep during these episodes is out checking
They
you
have-
on facts.
I have 0 brain and have established this on numerous occasions.
It's my turn to have the brain cell.
Yeah, and you just won't fucking share. I was gonna go
but that
gripe to,
guy's
like,
never been
Beta,
shown
like, Mom,
before.
he won't share.
No.
But I was like, damn.
No, he hasn't, as far as I can tell. But
No.
like I said, I don't
know.
know what the connection is between the control room with the girls and dude in the costume.
I think the dude in the costume is the boss.
I don't know. I don't. Unless you're the guy from Saw, I don't think you put yourself out there like that if you're the boss.
He looks like an idiot.
じゃあ弱い者勝ちゲームのルールを改めて説明しようか
I don't know. I think it looks pretty cool.
Oh, we got a full rules explanation? Last week must have been a blur for me. I don't remember anything.
おいおい自分の立場をちゃんと理解してるここで君のまだ誰にも話してない秘密を暴露してもいいんだぜ
He's one of those.
俺のどこまでを知ってる
I'm gonna say something and let my tongue hang out for a
それ言っ
bit.
ちゃっていいのゆとりちゃんに聞かれたら助けるとか以前の問題になるんじゃない話聞く気になったかな片桐雄一君
Call the bluff.
これから雄一君には肉体的苦痛を3回受けてもらうそれに耐えることができたら2人とも解放しようでもそれだけじゃ友情を試す友達ゲームとは言えない
These are
雄一君が
Tomodachi
暴
Game
力を受けなく
losers.
て済む方法がある君がその苦痛を雄一君の代わりに受けるのさ
All these people here have played
ど
and
ちらが
lost.
苦痛を受けるかはゆとりちゃんに選択権がある
Yo, that's an interesting idea. Alright, so you're in huge debt to us now. You lost the game. Now you're gonna be staffed for like a week. Do these crimes, you're gone.
I'm not even sure if this is official or not.
あくまで痛い思いをする人間を選ぶのはゆとりちゃんだ。要は君の自己犠牲精神で雄一君を守れるかってこと。じゃあ早速1個目の苦痛言ってみようか。うちのチームの剛力君に殴られるだ。ゆとりちゃんが自分を選んだ場合殴られるのは1発だけ。雄一君を選んだ場合3発殴る。ちなみに剛力君はその名の通り力持ちだからね。女の子が一発
Man's entirely made out of meat. Of course he's strong.
選択時間は5秒だ。もし時間内に選択できなかったら自動的に雄一君を選んだことにするから。じゃあ5、4、3、
Just don't choose.
I was gonna say this is like one of the lowest stakes things ever in an anime. Make a choice to get punched in the face once.
I think they're going to escalate it to just stabbing him and killing him.
Right, I just mean reconsider all anime across all the seasons.
Wow, that was really lame animation. That was nothing. It looked like he just kind of went, ugh, look at your gut.
It's a pause. It's a
I
try.
know, it's just like,
でもまああのゴリラキャプテン
it
の
just
方が
was
消えた
not
な
clean animation there.
Certainly no Hajime no Ippo.
いいね、その感じ友情だね。それじゃ次はゆとりちゃんが苦痛を受けるでいいのかい？よし、じゃあここに手を置いて。次の苦痛は爪を剥ぐだ。
I'm going to have to turn away. I can't watch shit like this.
This is gonna get a little intense.
Really?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
really
it's-
fucking scared.
No, I'm just saying. I'm not commenting on you people.
Oh, you peep? What does that mean, sir? No, I'm kidding.
You white
What are you
people.
commenting
I mean, I've done this to myself before. I'd consider getting punched worse than this.
It's
To me, it's a step
about
down.
that. It's about the exposure of like really soft and tender skin underneath. Because I've had a nail ripped off. It's not fucking.
No, that's what I'm saying. I've done that to myself before.
Yeah.
I
can't.
consider getting punched in the gut worse pain than that. All you gotta do is put some super glue on top of where you ripped the nail out, and you won't feel it again. It's just like grabbing a nail.
He's not gonna have any fucking fingernails for the next challenge.
He's losing fingers real fast here across these last 2 games.
Well, I mean, thankfully though,
big-ass
this is the last episode, so
なんでこんなクズがリーダーなんだ
don't have to worry about any more challenges.
こいつになんかいいところあんのかどう考えても喧嘩はゴーリキ君の方が強いだろうし性格は変態と S 野郎顔なんてキモいヘリ顔だ
何も分かってないみたいだな。リーダーにとって一番大切なのは力じゃないんだよ。ここだここ。俺はこの中で一番頭がいいんだ。
Ah, I see how it's all gonna
手も
topple now.
足も出ない状況だろ。こんなことができるのはこの中で俺だけ。あと、俺には度胸がある。何があっても俺はビビることがない。そして最後に、これが一番大事なことだ。俺は仲間を売らない。
そっか頭脳と度胸と仲間を裏切らないことがお前がリーダーである条件なんだな。
ああ、そうさ。じゃあもうゲームに戻ろうかと思ったんだけど、ラストはちょっと趣向を変えよう。もしゆとりちゃんが自分を選んだら全裸で踊ってもらう。
Light embarrassment, okay.
この人数の男に体を
Alright,
見
it's
せるま
worse
で
than
な
that.
れるんだ。なかなかの周知だろ。で、ゆういちくんを選んだ場合だけど、誰も君の裸なんて見たくないからね。こいつで手を3回えぐろうか。今回は1分あげるよ。話し合いで決めるといい。まあ話し合うって言っても、片やただ恥ずかしいだけの女と、片や地獄の激痛を3度も受けることになる男だ。話し合う余地があるのかね。おいおい、マジかよ、ゆとりちゃん。そこは私がやるって言うべきでしょ。
心木正直に自分の気持ちを言ってみろ。
そんなの私が受けるべきなのは分かってるけど
This is not the time for a boob shot anime.
残り5
I
秒。
think this is actually like the time, ironically.
ことに絶対に従うから
そっか俺が受けるよ。
最低だ最低だな、ゆとりちゃんは。何も我慢できない、何も自分で決められない。弱い弱い
Actually, I
ゆ
agree
とり
with
ちゃ
this
ん。
guy.
でも君はそのおかげで無傷です。
Yup.
まさに弱い
It's odd that all the previous episodes they gave warnings about shit.
じゃあ始めようか。あえて手は
This episode didn't have any warnings at all.
Yeah,
I
that's a
guess
little
they're
weird,
just
right?
like, we scared off everyone last time.
さすがにゆういちくんも声を上げたね。ほら、ゆとりちゃん、ちゃんと聞いてる？お疲れさん。これで友達ゲーム特別編は終了だ。帰っていいぜ。ただ、もう二人一緒に帰れる関係性じゃないだろうけどな。
Nah, that's exactly what they're
ムカ
gonna
つい
do.
たわさすがに。いや切れたよ久々に本気で。
だよね。ほんとゆとりちゃんは最低のクズだ。
Now you just go visit an ER around the hours of 1 a.m. to 4 a.m.
だな
and when they're done, you ditch and run.
時を見失ったりしねえ。俺が切れてるのはてめえだよ黒木。大丈夫だ心木。俺はお前に全然怒ってない。こんなの誘拐犯がよく使う手だ。
That's not legal advice, by the way. Don't listen to me.
そして
Oh, I'm just trying to keep
あ
reading.
たかも要求を飲まなかった人間を悪のように誘導する。けど冷静に考えれば一番悪いのは最初にことを起こした誘拐犯。
His face looks like his eyes are just really small for his head.
お前はただの被害者だよ。何も気に病むことはない。むしろ誘拐のターゲットになったのは俺のせいだ。ごめんな、心木。もう俺のこと怖くないのか？
龍一の過去に何があったのかわからない。だけど今の龍一はやっぱりすごく優しいから。だから私の知ってる
りがとう、心木。
Yo, I hope this dude like literally
俺
dies.
はまだここでやることがある。
だったら私も残るよ。
Is he gonna fight them all on his own with one hand?
少し怖いものを見る。
Let's find out.
大丈夫。もうユイチを信じるって決めたから。
Honestly, if he does, this could redeem the whole fucking season enough for me to watch the second
な
one.
あ、黒木くん。これから俺とゲームをしないか？
Here we go. We got half the episode for him to do this.
ゲーム？
And we already completed a
そんな
game?
ことやって俺に何のメリットが？
1000万円。お前が勝ったら現金で1000万円やるよ。
1000万マジで？それなら俺がやりてえよ。おいおい、そんな大金を君が持ってるとは思えないんだけどな。
はあ？お前は俺の過去を知ってるんだろ？だったらその程度のはした金、俺が持ってるのも当然知ってるはずだよな。
There we go. Tested what he actually knows.
じゃあゲームの内容
Well, I mean, the entire conceit, though, is that they're all majorly in debt.
Rock,
So-
paper, scissors? Oh, one round.
勝てば1000万円。負ければそうだな。指を切断する。もしパーを出して負ければ指は5本切断。初期を出して負ければ2本切断。グーで負けた場合は切断はなし。要はノーリスクってこと。名
I
付けて
appreciate that.
指切りじゃんけん。楽しそうなゲーム
It's a
だろ。
callback to episode 1 where I said about the no game, no life, rock, paper, scissors diagram.
だってこの手。
Yeah, I remember you talking about that actually.
Literally the same thing, too. I'll only throw rock. Do the same thing in no game, no life.
こんなお前に有利なゲームをやんないの？おいおい、まさかお前ビビってんのか？
He just wants to get off the fingers.
ここにいる全員一人ずつに100万円をやる。追加ボーナスだ。
I hate to think that I sat through 12 episodes of this to get to episode 2 of No Game, No Life.
I like this episode though. Like, this is a fun episode.
そのゲームやってやるや。やってやるよ、このゲーム。俺の負けは絶対にないんだからな。
I feel like he's gonna play with his right hand and only be able to throw paper. Our boy, Yuichi.
He just said, like, I can only throw rock. You gonna play?
Well, that's what they did in No Game, No Life. He says, I'll only throw rock. And then
And he
he
does.
No, he doesn't.
I thought they went 2 rounds and he did for the first one.
おい、アイコンになった場合はどうなるんだ？
Or not 2 rounds, best of 3.
そんなことには絶対ならないと思うけど。
No, he only does one throw.
Just the one?
ペナルティは
Okay.
何もなしでゲームして
Oh wait, is this with the
何もなし。
the chick from the beginning?
もしかしてアイコンがこいつの狙い
Okay, no, yeah, got you, got
俺
you.
がパーを出すのは目に見えてるはず。グーかパーしか出せないあいつはパーという選択肢しか持てない。俺はチョキを出せば勝ちなんじゃ。なんて俺が
It's literally
バカ。
word for word
確かにチョキは勝つ可能性の
that exact scene from No Game, No Life.
負ける可能性もあってんだよ。
This is Stephanie Dola thinking what her best move would be. Even percentage chances.
お前パーを出す気だろ。
だとしたらどうだって言うんだ。
いや別に。ただそれでお前がどの程度の人間かわかるってだけだよ。
He doesn't give a shit about the results of this game. He's trying to just crack the leader so the group disbands.
いや、俺はパーは出さねえよ。は？さあやろうぜ。最初はグー。
惑わされるな。こいつが本当にパーを出さないとしても出せるのはグーのみ。
じゃんけん。
He's mind gaming him into playing scissors.
ポン。
左手で。ふざけんなってね。話が違うじゃねえかよ。何も違わねえだろ。
俺はパーは出さないって言ったぜ。
そっちじゃねえよ。お前はグーとパーしか出せないって。
ああ、この右手じゃな。でも誰も左手を使わないとは言ってねえだろ。
そんなへりくつ取ると思ってんのか。お前らこいつを痛めつけろ。ゲームは向こうに決まってんだろ。いいからやるって言ってんだろ。
そこまでよ。全員拘束しなさい。
management.
Ooh, he one-shot Hercules!
Damn, okay.
He can
Kicked
throw a
Worf
punch,
across
but he
the
can't
room.
take one.
この場は我々Tomodachi Game 運営が預かるわ。
Management's like, yo, you can't be making up your own games, motherfucker.
ケンジ、
悪い。少し前にはついてたんだが、突入を止められて。
あなたがこのグループのリーダーね。そして友達ゲームを語った男。
なんで俺が雄一の指示で本物を呼んだんだ。雄一は最初の電話から違和感を抱いていた。学を装ってはいたが、本物よりだいぶ野蛮な口調だったからな。それで俺はお前らの指定したこの場所のことを本物に連絡したわけさ。
あなたには一緒に来てもら
Yeah,
う。
imagine since he's been in the game like 3 or 4 times now, he knows how to contact them.
ああ、
This is the
横取り
second
は良く
run.
ないな。
Yeah.
こいつ
Right,
には
right, but he's the
俺の
one
ま
that
だ
got
大事な
everybody in the game.
Yeah.
なあ、黒木君。
So he knows how to contact them.
まさか俺との約束忘れてないよな。
約束
お前はパーを出して負けたんだ。
Going after counterfeit games.
Management, make him do it. Yup, yup.
There it
早
is.
くしてもらっていい？私たちも忙しいのよ。
She's the best one.
選べよ、黒木。
I don't know. I like the one that reminds me of Rosario X Vampire. For obvious reasons.
I understand. I like this girl's energy more. She has to make it quick, bro.
あ、そうだ。やめてやってもいいぞ。
本当か
お前の仲間を一人代わりに差し出せばな。しかも代わりのやつだったら指一本の。
Oh, he's playing the exact same game back at him now.
聞いたかお前ら俺じゃなきゃ5分の1の被害で済むなあ誰か俺と変わってくれおいなんだよ俺たち仲間だろ誰か名乗り出ろよなあおい
Never betrays his
You
friends.
never
Oh, you
betray your
immediately
friends.
betrayed your friends.
お前らクズのくせにリーダーの命令
He's not betraying them, he's asking them.
ユニコーンだぞこお前らクズ
That's
の
nowhere
But the
near the same
willingness to
as.
sell out one of his friends is what's important.
He's not selling them out, he's asking.
Do you listen to him freaking out? He's proving why he can't be their leader.
But obviously I'm not,
He
because I
doesn't
can't.
care about the fingers.
I can't talk and listen at the same time. It's an inability of human beings.
Basically, the point is he doesn't give a shit about the fingers. He just wanted to disrespect this man in front of his squad.
No, I understood that. I'm just saying that when I was bringing it up, he was not selling out his friends, he was asking them for help.
何も分かってないよね。
Oh, I know, but the instant they didn't want to do it for him, he's like, yo, one of you better get the fuck in here. That's what he was trying to bait out.
それは当然絶対負けないパーか勝つ可能性の高いチョキ
そうね。確かに彼は言った。
だってこの手、俺はグーかパーしか出せないからな。
でもそれこそが片桐雄一の作戦なのよ。彼は初めからチョキを出すつもりだった。その前提で絶対
I
に
take it
相手
back.
以上
This
に
is
なり
No Game No Life episode 2, except the 5-minute scene has been extended to 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Look, they completed a full game in this episode. Let's just take the win.
Well, they completed this guy's game, and he's not actually.
I mean, it doesn't count, but it counts enough for me.
Man doesn't even realize he lost everything.
本当に愚かでバカなのね。あなたはあのゲームで3つのものをさらされ、1つ大きなものを失っているわ。さらされたのは頭の悪さと度胸のなさ、そして仲間への裏切り。案の定メンバーにあなたの処遇について聞いたら、俺たちにはもう関係のない人間だから好きにしていいと言ってたわ。あなたは彼にたった1回のじゃんけんで人間関係すべてを壊されたのよ。
And he's dead. Series over.
I'll take it. A shit ending for a mediocre series, I'll take it.
ちょっとどきなさい。何よこれ。よくこの出血量で意識を保てたわね。緊急搬送、ストレッチャー。
Beta like, God, I wish that was me.
勘違いしないで。
What? No, I don't get stabbed in the hand 3
商
times.
品なの。
Nah, but you want that hand on her.
困るのよ。
assets, business assets.
I don't know who you think I am. I'm not that horny. I'm sorry, what's the colloquial we're using now? Thirsty? I'm not that thirsty.
You can use whatever you want. Context clues what I need.
Look, I'm good enough just looking at watching.
Oh, is he really a killer? Interesting. Might just be a meme. Doesn't matter, all you have to do is win, it absolves the debt.
Guys, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not voting for this for season 2.
I'm not either. I'm not either. Like, if I get bored, I might watch it, but I don't know.
I appreciate them throwing in a hook here.
Yeah.
But,
they're doing their due diligence. And they're bringing back the main crew into it as well.
Oh, so this show was the origin story we wanted the whole time. Kidding.
What if, from the floor, he solves this too? There is no hook for season 2. He completed it right here.
I believe it. Yeah, all of you have to make a choice while he's not there to make it for you, bitch.
He then went on to start the third game.
They already did the third.
No, I'm talking about the third iteration of the game as a whole, not the third subset of a second game.
I think the implication is that there's been a bunch, but this is specifically
for that guy.
Yeah, second.
That's what I'm saying, his third game. Then this is like talking about the multiverse with you.
I thought you were. You said the third running of the game and left your thought there.
I was responding to you after that. I'm just saying this is like talking about the multiverse and sometimes I agree with you.
Oh, we're playing Danganronpa now.
The problem with you and I, Theta, is that we speak different languages completely.
Theta's a maverick, beholden to nothing. Friendship Guild cost you what? No, that was Courthouse.
Friendship Court, it's game 4.
Yeah, this is Danganronpa now.
He's guilty of
Now they're
patricide.
doing the Phoenix Wright crossover?
I mean, to be fair, if there was a... Look, if you guys want to start watching the Phoenix Wright anime, I'm in.
Yeah, that could be fun. I never, like, actually completed the games because I'm a big dummy, but,
I tell you what,
I've only watched a playthrough of the first game.
I'd be willing, because I played through the first game up until the bowl that is the last case. I'd watch it, definitely.
Look,
all I want is Detective Gumshoe Comedy Hour.
Look, I think you can probably tell my type by now, but,
I understand.
What's his name's, what's his name? Phoenix Wright's, mentor in the first game.
It's either Mia or Maya, because the sisters are Mia and Maya.
Yeah, the one that dies.
I think it's Mia. I want to say Mia. I'll double check.
The one that dies. I'm all about...
I know who you're talking about.
I'm all about her.
Mia.
And I'm all about when she takes over the other one's body. For a little period of time.
A single female lawyer, everybody.
Except for that one example of it from the mid-90s on television. I'm not a big fan of Ally McBeal.
Honestly, no surprise. I'm really disappointed with Tomodachi Game. At the beginning when we were deciding what was going on, I guess the lack of information, but the tone of the trailers and like the little bit of information we read about it seemed fucking cool. But this execution was just fucking boring. It was so slow. And I did not care about any of the characters.
It's firing towards the right target and it misses. Is what happens.
Like, the main character like had his moments where I was like, okay, that was kind of cool, but like I don't like him. I don't care about him.
So let's do the thought experiment. If you could change one thing about this anime that would make it immediately better, what would it be?
Give me a reason to care about his friends and why they're important to the Tomodachi Game. Give me a reason to give a shit about any of them from the get-go, and we have a different story.
There you go.
And also, if I was able to pick a second thing, 2 episodes a game.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, don't drag it out.
2.5 if it's crazy.
Do a setup, do a reveal. Wait a moment, setup, reveal. Easy. So we're watching Gundam Iron Blood Orphans, and it basically has a 2-episode curve where it's just like, all right, here's the fight, the action's at its highest. Next episode, we're just gonna talk, we're gonna relax, we're gonna set things up. Next episode, we have the fight because we set it up, and then next
Right.
episode, well, we're just gonna talk again and set it up.
They introduce a problem, resolve it, don't drag it out, move on to the next thing.
Yeah, each story is a beat, each episode completes something that happens, and everything is a step forward.
Yeah.
Whereas
There's
this
a lot of like
my
episodes
biggest
with
problem
this
is
where
definitely
was
it dragged its feet a lot.
like if we took a step, it was a step to the side. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It wasn't. I don't know. I didn't love this. If I'm really bored when season 2 drops, maybe I'll watch it, but I don't know. I don't think so.
Theta, give us your final Theta score out of 10.
Oh, 4?
I mean,
4,
Yeah.
that's high marks. Wow.
No,
That's
no, because I'm
kinda
basing
generous
it
for what I
on
thought.
10 is perfect, 5 is average, 0 is nothing.
Definitely better than I thought you'd give it then if 5 is average.
Well, I mean, I took
But
an
then again, I was
idea.
expecting like a 2 or a 3.
I thought about 3, but I think I mean, it's not horrible.
It wasn't unwatchable, right?
They had their fan service moment this episode, and they didn't like exploit it, and then like there wasn't like if it were
If anything, like it was fan service, but it was setting tension too.
right, but I'm just meaning that like, oh, we cut her bra off, but we're leaving her shirt open exposed. It's like
Yeah.
they didn't go hardcore with it. Like I'm just saying, the show had a lot of elements that made it bad, but it didn't have bad elements, if you know what I mean. There were the show itself.
That makes sense.
The show itself's execution drug itself down to below average, but the elements within it weren't badly handled. So
Yeah, 4 seems like a really good and fair score with that assessment. Then
I would also, in my assessment, just say, hey, we should have just watched Kaiji Ultimate Survivor,
It's still out there.
which
Anytime
is,
now.
you know, this type of show, but better.
It'd
Let's
be like
all do a
that.
Let's Play of Danganronpa.
I've never
I
played nor
really,
watched
I
it.
tried Danganronpa, but I am not a fan of the visual novel format.
I think if I wasn't watching it, I probably would not play it all the way through, just because I'd lose energy. But it is an interesting story at least.
Okay,
But,
do we have anything else you want to say before we put this game in the grave?
At least Yuichi got stabbed, so I got that.
Yeah, okay. Takeaways.
Not the way I thought, but he did still get stabbed.
It's also kind of weird that the bad guy in this episode had snakeskin boots.
They had to very rapidly establish him as a horrible person.
Well, no, it's just the opening that shows our main character here winning the entire game. He's wearing a snakeskin outfit.
Ah, yeah. Oh, he steals
Maybe
the
he becomes
boots.
a cowboy.
He steals the boots.
No, I think they're a different color. Like this one, he was like more of a not gold, like a tan and black or tan and brown. And then the intro where he's won everything, it's more like black and brown.
All right, so I suppose that's going to go ahead and call it for today then. This has been Stonefaced Reactions and the last episode of Tomodachi Game. I'm Griffin,
Thankfully.
that's Shine, that's Theta, and we'll catch y'all next time. See ya, everybody. Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stonefaced Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video and what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?